Hello everyone, I am Professor Ravisa Ahmad Hussaini, working as Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadgaon. So students, in this video we will discuss ice manufacturing. Okay, so let us start with the basic requirements of the ice manufacturing plant. Okay, so the most important thing is the manufacturing of the ice is one of the principal need of refrigeration, and it will continue as ice is the cheapest means for short time preservation of the food. The vast amount of the research has been put in developing a least expensive means of the manufacturing technique for the ice manufacturing. Okay, so the most important thing is there are basically parts of the ice manufacturing unit we will discuss afterwards. So similar way there are different system of the ice manufacturing. So one of the best method is can ice system, second one is plate ice system. In that there are again three types: direct expansion system, direct expansion plate system with steel brine, and third one is brine coil plate system. So in case of the plate ice manufacturing, the most famous and commercial application of the ice manufacturing technique is direct expansion plant system with steel brine. Okay, so this is the most important thing. The important word in case of the ice manufacturing is brines. The usual brines used in the freezing tank are sodium chloride or calcium chloride. So sodium chloride is used where the cooling surfaces will not be exposed to damage if the freezing occurs, such as on pipe coil coolers and trunk evaporators. And calcium chloride brine is preferred in the shell tubular type the coolers, but where the brine flows inside the tubes, the sodium chloride brine may be used. The brine temperature of the ice should be maintained at minus 12 degrees Celsius to minus 7 degrees Celsius, and back pressure of in the ammonia coils from 1.3 to 2 bar generally. So this is the most important thing, which is equivalent to temperature of minus 15 degrees Celsius to minus 10 degrees Celsius. So the interesting thing is that the brine temperature is reached in between minus 12 degrees Celsius to minus 7 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is very basic info regarding with ice manufacturing. So as far as that requirements is to be concerned, the most important thing is that suitable location. Okay, so land is most important as far as to meet the requirement. Then structural construction of the ice plant is also means that infrastructure is there. Utilities is also there. Then machineries, in that machineries various components are required for that ice manufacturing is required. Management is required, labors are required, and clients are required. So these are the basic requirements of the ice manufacturing. Now technology and manufacturing process. As discussed earlier, due to the cost of the competitiveness and ease of the operation, ammonia based refrigeration system is suggested for ice plant. So everywhere we refer or that prefer that ammonia based plate type refrigeration system. So the main components of the ammonia based refrigeration system, including blast freezer and ice plant, are: first is that ammonia compressor. So ammonia compressor is generally that particular reciprocating double stage compressor is there. Then second one is condensers are generally used. It act as the heat exchanger. Then a receiver tank is necessary for storing that ammonia refrigerant. And fourth one is that cooling coil, that you can say it as the evaporator, is also required for produce a cooling effect in that section. Similar way that chilling tank for ice plant and preparatory for the freezing plant is most important. So the last one is most important, that is chilling tank is there. Okay. So this is generally layout of the ice manufacturing unit. So when we talk about the working, there are basic components of the ice manufacturing unit. Okay, so that ice manufacturing works on vapor compression refrigeration system, but in that the ammonia is act as a refrigerant. Okay, so this is the most important thing in case of the ice manufacturing industry. So the best or main component of that particular ice manufacturing industry is compressor. So the main function of the compressor is to compress that particular ammonia and produce high pressure and high temperature in the form of the vapor. And after that, that same high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant is enters in the condenser. So condenser is the part in which the latent heat of the condensation takes place and phase change of that ammonia takes place from vapor to liquid state by rejecting latent heat to the atmosphere. And most important conjugated element of that particular condenser is cooling tower. So what exactly that cooling tower do? So the main function of the cooling tower is to provide cooled water or chilled water in the passage of the condenser in order to provide the better heat exchange. So this is very important thing to supply or to circulate the cooling water in the condenser shell in order to promote that better heat transfer and in order to convert that particular vapor ammonia refrigerant into liquid ammonia refrigerant. And further, that liquid kind of the ammonia is enters in the throttle valve. This is expansion valve where throttling action is carried out, where high pressure, high temperature liquid refrigerant get converted into low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant through reservoir. So reservoir is the place where that liquid ammonia is stored for a short duration of the time. So this is a temporary storage. So after that, the refrigerant is enters in the throttle valve. So throttle valve is the region or that particular component in which that throttling action is carried out. This is one kind of the automatic kind of the expansion valve, you can say it as. And similar way, the throttling, after throttling action, high pressure, high temperature liquid refrigerant which is coming from the condenser get converted into low pressure, low temperature liquid form of the ammonia. Further, that same kind of the state on condition of that refrigerant is enters in the evaporator. Means the low pressure, low temperature liquid form of the ammonia get enters in the evaporator. So evaporator is the place where the heat absorption takes place and phase change occurs because of the latent heat of the absorption or vaporization, and phase change from liquid ammonia refrigerant to vapor ammonia refrigerant. Okay, and further that particular cycle repeats itself. So this is all are about VCR cycle. Okay, this is all are about what? VCR cycle. Now the most interesting part is that ice can or that storage tank. Okay, so this is a storage tank. This is very interesting in case of the ice manufacturing industry. Okay, so here the primary refrigerant is definitely ammonia, which is continuously circulated through the vapor compression refrigeration system. Okay, but that cooling effect means the evaporator coils are continuously circulated inside the tank passage. Okay, so this is important thing. So, and it gets surrounded by that particular brine solution. So in case of the ice manufacturing industry, that brine is act as secondary refrigerant. Okay, so whatever the cooling effect produces with the help of that evaporator coil, it get absorbed by the brine itself. Okay, and the cooling effect of that brine get absorbed by the cans which is placed inside the tank. Okay, in the brine. So what exactly that ice can do? So initially in case of the ice can, water is stored, and when it is come in contact with the brine solution, okay, at that time that brine solution get cooled, that provide cooling effect to that ice cans, and ice manufacturing takes place. General time required to manufacturing that ice is around 7 to 8 hours. So this is construction and working of the ice manufacturing industry. Okay, in next slide you will get detailed information about how exactly that ice will form. Okay, so this is commercial refrigeration ice plant. The basic component is compressor. The vapor ammonia from the compressor get enters in the condenser. In condenser, that vapor form of the ammonia get converted into liquid form. Further, that same kind of the liquid ammonia is enters in the expansion valve, that is throttling valve through the reservoir, where in case of the expansion valve or throttling valve, the pressure and temperature of the liquid refrigerant get reduces, and further that same kind of the refrigerant is enters in the evaporator. Okay, so this is the main ice can. These are the ice can. Here there are 3 ice cans are shown in this particular figure, and the tank is there. That tank is nothing but generally the storage of brine. So brine is act as a secondary refrigerant. Okay, so what exactly that evaporator do? Evaporator produce or it provide the cooling effect to the brine. So here indirect cooling takes place. So the main function of the evaporator is to cool the first that brine solution, and the cooling effect of that brine get absorbed by the ice can, and then ice formation will take place. So this is a simple working of the commercial refrigeration plant unit. Okay, so as we discussed, there are important parts are compressor, condenser. Compressor is there, this is heart of the refrigeration system. Condenser is there, then similar way that receiver is there, then evaporator is there, and storage tank of that particular brine is there. Okay, so now working we discussed. So this is a outlook of or glimpse of the ice manufacturing tank. So this is a tank of the ice manufacturing industry, where the brine is continuously poured inside, and in that we are just placed the cans. Okay, so these are the ice cans. Thank you. So student, this is all about ice manufacturing industry. So as we know that the ice manufacturing industry works on the principle of the vapor compression refrigeration system, and keep in mind that the temperature produced inside that ice can is around, or that particular brine solution is near about -17 to -12 degrees centigrade, and time required is around 7 to 8 hours to produce that 1 cube of the ice of the around 40 kg capacity or 80 kg capacity. Sometimes that 150 liter, the range of that ice can is around 40 liter to 150 liter capacity. Okay, so the time required is same, no doubt, according as per that capacity of the refrigeration system, and it works on the vapor compression refrigeration system. And interesting part is that the ammonia is act as a primary refrigerant, and the secondary refrigerant is act as a brine. Thank you.